evening, Wellness Warriors. It's 8 o'clock Sunday night. Therefore, it's time for our Empower Hour, where we open up the conversation around mental health and well-being. I'm Carla Andrews, the founder of Motivated Minds, your number one mental health and well-being provider. Seems silly saying that. Well, we aim to be number one. Um, it'd be great, wouldn't it? If we were number one. We'd have to be a lot bigger though. But hey ho, we're growing. Um, so if it's your first time here with us for Empower Hour, please be sure to write in the comments a hello so I can see who's with me. So I've already got the lovely Tasha. Good evening. How are you, my lovely? We're also streaming across, so not just the Motivate Minds page, but our three groups. The one that supports lifelong learning, and that's our Be Well tribe, our Get Together and Support One Another tribe, which is Team Motivated, and our Healthier You gang, who are working on their physical self during 2021. So, streaming everywhere tonight. I thought I'd give it a go. Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening, Lauren. Great to have you with us. Um, the hour is split into sort of three main parts. The first part of the hour, we do our moan and move ons. You'll find out all what it is as we go along. Second part is our wellness wins, where we try and find three wellness wins from the previous week. And the last part of the hour looks at our affirmation and the week ahead. So we might cover some goals in there, some empowering words, maybe a quote. But what I am doing for February is doing a massive giveaway. So we will be sending you out this wonderful, wonderful journal called I Totally Got This. And it's a journal to remind myself that I'm truly awesome and capable and that I'm seriously going to nail it no matter what. So if you would like this, all you've got to do is tune in over February, and from all of the people that tune in, we will select one lucky winner and they will get sent this in the post. Just thought it might act as a bit of a cheer up because I know I've had some anonymous moan and move ons already today, so I know that we're all struggling at the moment, but this is why we come together each week to support one another. So, okay, moan and move on, guys. Give me some things that this week have really got to you. So it's, the idea is that we just chuck it out there. We put it on our, I might have younger viewers at the moment, but our F-it bucket, or hang it on our F-it tree. Either way, we just moan and move on. I'm going to bring this back. A lovely, lovely person bought me this back in for Christmas. And I was very ill at the time when I showed it on Empower Hour. But it's a moan and move on pad. And I think it's rather wonderful. So, okay. Your moan and move ons. I've had a couple anonymously. The first one is relationships. Now, at the moment, lots of relationships are really, really struggling, and there's all different problems that I'm hearing, whether that's siblings with parents, parents with siblings with one another, parent-child relationships, husband-wife relationships, boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. There's a lot of strain out there. Unfortunately, there's people that are midst divorce. That one gentleman told me this week that it's hell living with someone that you just don't even like anymore, and they're not in the situation to separate into different households. So it's a real struggle. There's different struggles going on out there. And I just want everyone to know that's struggling at the moment with those relationships just try and focus on yourself. It's the best thing that you can do, is focusing on yourself. So if you're a teenager and there's lots of nagging, and focus on yourself, keep your room clean, keep your area tidy, practice your good hygiene, and contribute to your household. If you're a partnership, then spend some time alone, like doing your own, find your own hobbies, find your own stuff to do. And if you can come together to do some things like a walk, go out for a walk, that's great. But there are just so many dynamics out there with all the different relationships. But this is a chance to work on yourself and those relationships, if you can, if they're still workable. So just stick with it and try your best. Um, that's all I can say, really, with that moan and move on. The people that are watching, what are your moan and move ons? Share with me your moan and move on this week. I'm just trying to think of mine. I've stayed in all week. I've had a very sheltered week. I live alone. I actually like that I'm alone. Like, so it hasn't really bothered me. I've stayed away from social media this week because if you remember last week, my moan and move on was about the news industry and their scaremongering. So I've just stayed away from it. I've tried to stay in a bubble this week, in my happy bubble, and create that as much as I could. So I haven't put myself in a situation really where anything's bit me. Um, Although my car's going in for an MOT Tuesday, so I'm sure there'll be something for me to moan and move on about next week. At the price of how much my car is going to cost to repair. So, have you guys got any moan and move ons? I see lovely Catherine's with us as well tonight. Hello. I can only see that you're with me if you drop a hello in the comments. I can't see any likes, unfortunately, or thumbs up. So please just do drop by and say hello. A child, yes. A moan and move on, been a child. Yes, I can totally feel that one, Tasha. It's got to be really straining living under one roof with children, partners, and I suppose no escape really. So we can only send you love. Homeschooling, Lauren, I've heard that a lot this week, and over the last couple of weeks, trying to keep up and supporting children with homeschooling, definitely in there. We should have, like, I'll moan and move on. What was that game show called where you have to sort of guess the top three or something to be in with the win? So yeah, maybe we should make that as part of our Empower Hour, where it's like, right, you all send in, and then the top ones. So yeah, homeschooling is really challenging. I'm hearing from a lot of parents, especially if they're trying to work as well and manage logging on for kids, especially for those that have got children with additional needs that haven't managed to get into school. The point is, whether you share your moan and move ons or not, um, it's a tough time that we're going through, and I hope that you've got someone out there that you can just phone up and go, you know what, because I think it's really important to offload. So if you haven't, you can send them in to me anonymously if that's easier. Some people do, so I'll give you my number in a minute, in case you don't want it on the internet that it's from you. Hey Katie, Katie's joined us tonight, and the lovely Lynn. We're still on moan and move ons, guys. So have you got something that's grated you in the last week that you just want to dump with us here for your Empower Hour? We've had relationships, we've had homeschooling, we've had a child. Yes, so if you want to share with us, then please do so on here. If not, you can always text me and I will read it out anonymously. My number is 07846 209 846, and it's just something we do at the beginning of every Empower Hour. We've been doing these now for over 18 months, coming up to 2 years actually, so thinking about it. So yeah, it's just nice to be there for one another. Lindsay says, hi all, moan and move on, signing up for something I can handle but feel pressured to do more. Yes, but is that something that like is that something that we're bringing on ourselves? Like sometimes you sign up, you commit to something, or you have expectations of something, and you bring in the pressure or the high expectations or the that's what I struggle with. Is that I have really high standards, and sometimes I expect that of other things, and oh, so maybe what we have to learn to do is breathe, and certainly definitely know our boundaries of what we can achieve and what we can't. So if we sign up to something, make sure it is something we can handle, and that we have that voice to be able to say no. I know that that's something that many of us have been developing over the last, I don't know, how long have we been all working together? As I said, just nearly 2 years. So just keep with it, and remember that people that love us and value us, if we talk up when we're saying that we're pressured or we're feeling this way or we're doing this, that they should respect that and help us find a way to pull ourselves back into a manageable state. Katie's definitely on the homeschooling one. Yep, I can imagine. Homeschooling one child and then the other child isolating, and then two babies needing all my attention 24/7. I feel stretched. Katie, we're going to send you some love, my darling, because that is a hard one. Okay, and Lindsay, we're going to send you some love as well. Oh, it's going like. Lauren, some over to you. And Tasha, you as well. Okay, you've got some love or some care there. So look after yourselves. But well done for just letting it out there. And remember, as I said, if you don't want to put it on here, please just ring someone and go, I need to rant. A good old rant doesn't hurt anyone, okay, as long as we let it go. The whole point is that we let it go and we don't hold it and let it manifest within us. So, okay, for anyone that missed at the very beginning, we're having a giveaway this month because I want to cheer you guys up. So I've bought this awesome little journal. It's got great quotes on one page, and then you can put the date in and you can put why I so totally got this today. And you can write in your wellness wins, you can write in your level of confidence. Yeah, so it's a great little book, and we're going to be giving that out to anyone that manages to leave a comment in our feed through February. So if you take part in the conversation, if you take part, just even if it's sending someone some love, if you don't want to share and chat your own stuff, it's fine, but if you give someone a thumbs up or some love to show their support, then this might be on its way to you at the end of February. So, okay, now I think this is the easier part. 3 wellness wins. So, in the last week, since Monday morning, since you woke up Monday morning, has there been 3 things that you're either really grateful for, that have helped you where you've stepped outside your comfort zone and expanded it, where you've tried something new and you thought, oh, I don't want to be doing this, I don't want to be doing this, but sucked it up and done it anyway. Or just something that you're just proud that you've achieved, just like a pat on the back that you want to give yourself. So let me know your 3 wellness wins. As I said, I've had a week where I've literally been indoors, and just been working. So let's think. I've I've done lots of my odd jobs actually. Lots of things that just like the treadmill. I've brought it in from the shed. I didn't do it alone. I had a nice strong man help bring it in, so that was very kind. Um, so that's in, and I've been using it. And I went for a walk. That's got to be a second wellness win. I had a lovely friend that turned up, and we walked around the block a couple of times. And my third wellness win was, yeah, more of the odd jobs. So putting all my tools in my tool bag, like having a good old clear out, because I used to have my sons living at home, and when they lived at home, anything that I ever bought for my tool bag always disappeared because they were always borrowing it, and it never got returned, or it got broken and half got put back. So I've been sorting out the tool bag. I've sorted out my big toolbox and my jobs that need to be done. I've gone and stuck my things that I need to stick on the wall with my command stuff. I've gone and done that. So lots more little things that I've just been sorting out that just brings me that little piece of harmony. So yeah, that's my 3 wellness wins. What about yours? Yours and your families. You can share yours and your families. So let me know. We've got teenagers from Moan and Move On. Lynn, we're going to send you some care there. So let me know your 3 wellness wins. Okay, I've got 4. Lynn says. Lynn joins us with 4. Signed up for my new course starting tomorrow. Got every bit of paperwork done. I should have breathed. There's a comma in now. I should have breathed. So signed up for new course starting tomorrow. Wonderful. What course? Share with us, Lynn. Got every bit of paperwork done. Excellent. Supported another childminder who's struggling a bit and made a conscious decision to have 30 minutes a day to myself. I like those 4 wellness wins, Lynn. That is fabulous. And I'm glad to see the self-care in now with 30 minutes to yourself every day. Well deserved. Tasha, seeing a friendly face. Number 1. Number 2, more baking. Number 3, got through the week. See, Tasha, fantastic wellness wins there. That's brilliant stuff. Sending you some love. So dig deep, guys. Wellness wins haven't got to be massive. They could be that you just got out of bed before 2, that you might have just brushed your teeth, that you've got out of your pyjamas. So they haven't got to be ginormous. Karen says, get up and doing colouring on my iPad. See, that's fantastic wellness win, Karen. Gonna send you some love there. And I'm so glad you've joined us tonight. It's great to have you with us. So, have we any more for any more wellness wins? Keen family. Are you digging deep? Right, Jenny says, I have read The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, and I finished it. I love that book. We keep sharing Charlie Mackenzie's pictures. We absolutely love them here. So I'm glad that you've done that. How did it affect you? Did it catch a nerve? I think it's such a wonderful book. I have done a I've done a meeting on Zoom. That's brilliant. And I've watched a good musical. Oh, what musical? I do like a musical. Reminds me of time that I spent with my nan when I was growing up. Lauren Dad says wellness wins. Son decided he wants to start doing couch to 5k. That's amazing. So we have made a start on that. Isn't that? Are you doing it with him so you can spend that time with him as well? I know that Lauren, you've been dipping in and out of running. You're, I would consider a good runner. So I'm glad that he's doing that, and that's fabulous. But it's also great that you'll be doing it with him. Really pleased with him making his own decision. Absolutely. Again, it's him starting to flourish with his own well-being. He's a young man, and for any teenager to start thinking about their own well-being and finding healthy well-being practice is great. Um, Started yet another painting. Great stuff. It's great to get into that flow state. Do you remember we've talked about that when you lose yourself in doing something that you absolutely love, it's really important that we enter into that flow state, and it brings around mindfulness. Um, Framed the picture painting of Parliament, and it looks awesome. Brilliant wellness wins there, Lauren. Fabulous. Catherine says, sorry, daughter is slow at typing. Will be with you as soon as possible. No worries, King family. Jennifer says the book really spoke to me, and the musical was Noah on stage with lots of live animals. Excellent. I haven't seen that one. But I'm glad that the book really spoke to you. Just find a page a day that every morning when you wake up, open up that book and just remember that for the day. Lauren says, I am doing it with him as I don't want him out around the village on his own yet. No, I don't blame you. But it's great mummy son time anyway. Mummy son time is really important. Lindsay has got wellness wins here. We've got gave myself a good positive talking to appreciate what and who I have in my life and to stop looking at things I can't change. Well, I love that you've done that, Lindsay. I think we all sometimes have to give ourselves that positive talking to. One of my customers this week, we was talking about sort of the anxiety monster that sat on his shoulder. And anxiety isn't him, it's like a monster. And it can make it feel like it's us and our head talking, but it's not. It's like a little gremlin. So sometimes we have to give ourselves that, no, this is absolute BS that you're talking. So, yeah. Number two, Lindsay, worked very well on reaching my goals this week. Currently 8 days. That's amazing. Well done, Lindsay. And that's 8 days without a drink. That's brilliant. Really fantastic. Number three, completed a 6k run yesterday in the rain and through puddles. Now that must have been very, very wet, cold, and lots of washing when you got in, and soggy feet. But that is fantastic that you've done that. Well done. And number four, catching up with friends. Friends are really important. Good ones are really important. Really important. And it's great that you can do that. At the moment, the best way to do that is either at the phone if they're a bit distanced, or a walk. We can still meet up in pairs, guys, and go for a walk. So make sure that you do to get yourself through this lockdown. Now, the Keane family have said, we've got Catherine's first. So we've got wonderful wife going out to make me Bakewell tart with cream. Love her. Oh, that's lovely, like a bit Bakewell tart. Number two, ordered new TV for bedroom for maths. MAFS. Don't know what maths. What's maths? Number three, still using the exercise bike, like reading while I'm doing it. Oh, can you do that? Well done on you if you can do that. I never got on with that. What's the trick to it? Do you have to persevere when you're getting used to it? Let me know. Christine says, survived the week. Get that? Nice comment from pupil. Isn't that nice when people appreciate us? And I hope you've written that comment down. Write it down somewhere. Stick it on a clipboard or pinboard, or wrap it up and put it in a jar. But they're really important that we can go back to them when we are feeling down. So when we do get nice comments from people, then it's always great to keep them. Ordered a new school planner. Oh, I love a planner. I'm a bit of a stationery queen, me. So, right. Daughter, tidying the garage so I get my new bike ramp in it. Oh, that sounds great. And number 2, spray painting my homemade bike ramp. Oh, nearly finished. What colour or colours? Let me know. And number 3, fiddling with the bikes. Well, if you're doing that, that's brilliant. You're learning as you go along and you're learning new skills there. And yeah, keeping everything in order. Cameron says, pyjama day yesterday for whole family. That's nice. That is amazing. Number 2, football training yesterday. Brilliant. Number 3, found new interesting person I like on esports. Brilliant stuff. Well done there, the Keane family. Some great stuff there. Karen, we're over to Karen now. Karen says, I've started a great scrapbook and found out that I've been trying to find other things to share. That's great, Karen. And it's great to reach out to people as well. So when you find these scrapbooks or colouring or these hobbies that you like doing, and think about what other people have shared in here over the weeks. Remember, we've got people that are painting, got people doing jigsaws, people going out for walks. So just keep finding things to do, because I know that some people are really struggling with the time on their hands. Catherine has said MAFS is Married at First Sight, our favourite binge. Ah, now I know. Oh, there you go. Lynn has also said, yeah, Married at First Sight, it's addictive. Catherine says, our exercise bike has a holder for the phone on the top of it, so I just bring up the book on there as there's no distractions, as it distracts me from the boring cycle. That's great. I'll have to see if I can make something like that on my treadmill. We're on series 6. Don't give me any spoilers though. The bike ramp that Catherine's daughter is making is blue and will have red stripes. Fantastic colours, I like that. There's some really fabulous wellness wins there from you guys. You've done really amazing over the last week. I know that we're still struggling, but we are into February when we wake up tomorrow morning, thank goodness. And February only has 28 days, so I'm really liking that. And the evenings are getting lighter. The days will be, I know they're wetter at the moment, but they will be getting drier, and we will start seeing the shoots on trees, and we will start seeing spring coming as we start going into February and March. Be great if any of you are into photography, or even if you're not and you're looking for something to do on your walks, why not go out and take some photos? You can share them with us if you're in our Healthier You group, where you want to share your exercise. Please just drop them in there, or even if it's in our Team Motivated group, again, just drop them in there or send them in to us. Our email is admin@motivated-minds.co.uk, and then we can publish them up. And saying that, in the week I did a bit of a plea for people and their mental health stories. I want to bring in people's mental health stories so we can share them with others, because one thing I've learned over the last 25 years is actually when I shared my story, it gave others hope that they can get through the struggles that they were facing at that time. So I've already started to get at my email address, which is carla@motivated-minds.co.uk. People's stories come in and they will be treated anonymously. Yes, I will see who they are from your email address, but when I read out stories, or if I publish them, or whatever we do with them, the message that we're getting out is that someone has struggled, and actually over time things have got better, and hopefully they'll share their tools in there that they've used to help them on their journey. So, back over to our comments. We've got Lynn that says, sorry, forgot to reply. My course is a level 3 Senko course for early years. Fantastic course, Lynn. Catherine says, I forgot one of my wellness wins should be that I bought myself a new office chair, as I don't think the old one was any good for my posture. See, that's really good as well, is that we have to, now we're working from home, we have to assess how long we're sitting in our chairs and at our desks, and make sure that they are adequate for what we're doing at home. So great that you've looked after your well-being there, Catherine. You can actually claim the tax back, I think, on that. If you go onto the government website, there is a working from home scheme, but also if you buy yourself anything from for work, for at home, you can get the tax back. So well worth looking that up. Karen says, hi Carla, it's my birthday in March. On March 2nd, I'll be 36. Well, Karen, that's amazing. That's only just over a month away, so it won't be long, and we will be celebrating that with you, hopefully on Empower Hour, Karen, when you join in that week. Drop us a note and we'll send you some extra love that week. And now I should breathe. I always forget to breathe when I'm talking and reading everything out. So, oh dear. So, how are you? How has your week been? I know that we've shared the wellness, and that's great. And we've done our moan and move ons. But if you want to chat about anything now, or have any questions, or just tell me your goals for the week ahead, I'm here to listen and to offer you some advice if I can. So yeah, if there is anything I can do, then just pop a comment in and we'll chat. Right, so I will also get our cards ready, so we do them a little bit later in the hour. We have our stress less cards, affirmations, and we have two lots of these. We have love and relationships and self-happiness. So you guys have got to choose which ones you want tonight. And we have cards against humanity. And we have empowering questions. So let me know what ones you want, and I will select one and I will read it out. So okay. So with the goals, my goal for next week is to well, now I've got the treadmill indoors, make sure I use that every day. What else? Keep working hard and keep looking after people. They're not really very good goals because they're not they are realistic, but they're not time bound, and they're not so if I was going to make them good goals, I would say I'm going to get on my treadmill every day this week and complete at least an hour's worth of activity. Hasn't got to be a one lot, it could be broken up, but 1 hour a day on the treadmill. Keep working hard. I will work all my hours, and I will use a to-do list to make sure I get all my tasks done. And for my third one, I said keep looking after people. I will make sure I phone a couple of people every day. I'll phone 2 people every day to make sure that they're right, and just give them a chance to have a moan and move on. And yeah, that's my goals for the week. So, what about yours? I'm going to go for an empowering question where you guys think. Ooh, I don't know if we had that last week. I can't remember. Oh no. Karen says, empowering questions. Okay, so Karen, I have just opened up the empowering questions. I love these cards. Someone bought these for us off of our Amazon wish list, and they were such a good buy. They really were. Love them. So my question is, what is my biggest dream? What can I do today to move closer to that dream? So for you guys, what is your biggest dream, and what can you do today or tomorrow or in the next week to move closer to that dream? So how would I answer that? What is my biggest dream? My biggest dream is paying off my mortgage and being mortgage free. So what am I going to do towards that this week? I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to make an overpayment, even if it's pound. That's closer to my dream. Lynn has asked for a relationship, an affirmation from the relationship box. These are so beautiful, affirmators. So let's have a look. Let's give them a bit of a shuffle. Pleasure. I give myself permission to feel pleasure. I let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realise that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. But pleasure, basically, that you take time out and that you make time for pleasure, whether that's a hot bath with lots of smellies, candles, whether that's reading a book, whether that's diving into a bit of chocolate sensation cake, whatever your pleasure is, just do it. I did see in the week someone had bought themselves a dress in the sales, and they were like, I don't know when I'm going to wear it. Well, do you know what? Wear it for Empower Hour. Wear it because it's a Friday. Wear it tomorrow because it's a Monday. We don't need excuses for pleasure, okay? We don't need excuses. Like, life is what we make it. If you put on a dress and you feel fabulous because you've got a new dress, it was a bargain, you look great in it, then wear it. Don't save it for a special occasion, getting dust in the wardrobe. Yeah, so excellent. Right, so Karen's going to phone her friends over the next week. That's great. Any more cards? Remember, guys, Motivated Minds, we've got all our stuff online now. So you have Empower Hour with me Sunday nights. We have Cup of Kindness that is run by a private session, group session, via emailing our lovely Jo, and that happens every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So if you want to join Jo at 1 o'clock for Cup of Kindness, which looks at emotional regulation, how we feel, how we react to certain situations, and how we can vocalise how we feel, that's our Wednesdays. at 1 o'clock. And Joe's email address, bit like mine, bit like admin's, is joe@motivated-minds.co.uk. We're still doing our food bank. We do food bank 5 days a week in the hub. We still do our walks because as a mental health provider we can, but we just pair people up. So you'll either be with one of our walk leaders or with one of our regulars. So that's Mondays and Thursdays. If you would like to join us, I don't care where in the world you are, if you want to be part of the Motivated Minds movement of making a difference to others, please do get in touch, because you might be able to do a walk around your local area, or you might be able to support someone in a different way. It might be sending in your mental health story, like I said, people have been doing in the last week since I made my plea. So whatever it is, be sure to join us. What's the time? So it's 8:40. 8:40. Monday tomorrow, 1st of February. But we've got only 28 days of it. Oh, can't wait. Right, okay. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes, and we might cut short tonight, but lovely Lynn has said stick to keeping my paperwork up to date. This is Lynn's goals for next week, so I don't get behind and then get stressed. So I'll spend 30 minutes each evening getting it all straight, then I won't have to do it at the weekend. Lynn, that's brilliant. Do not let that eat into your me time though, okay? Keep your paperwork and your me time separate. Okay, the more you're doing it anyway, it might shrink down to 20 minutes. So that'd be good. So, but yeah, doing things as we go. I I am terrible. I don't like opening posts. It gives me massive anxiety. I think from when I was in my 20s and I had my first place, I kept getting bills and they just become too overwhelming, and before I knew it I was in debt and all sorts. So my my past has still affected that I don't like opening post. And in the last week, 10 days, I've been opening mine because the Motivated Minds lovely accountant is like, Carla, I need these bills. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I went through opening all these envelopes that say like Carla Andrews or Wellbeing for Life or Motivated Minds or da 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 da. So, but I've noticed if I do it as it comes in, I'm not as anxious. I just get it over and done with, and then it's done. Whereas when I usually had a big pile, that was tough. That was tough. So yes, so we work on a little bit each day. And Lynn, that's great that you found that too with your paperwork. Okie dokes. Right. Well, I'm going to, as I said, cut the hour a little bit short tonight because we've actually got through everything. I think that's because I didn't breathe for much of the hour. I just talk. But it was great seeing you all. Thank you very much for joining in. And you know where I am for the week ahead if you want to chat. And yeah, keep looking after yourselves and look after one another. And I'll see you here next Sunday, 8 o'clock, for your Empower Hour. Take care. Bye.